Today we're delighted to be joined by Linvoy Primus, one of the most liked and humble footballers from his generation. Linvoy has spent the last 20 years playing football and finishing his career in the Premier League with Portsmouth Football Club, whilst playing against some of the best footballers in the world, including Wayne Rooney and Thierry Henry. Linvoy, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm very well, Cyrus. I'm well, thank you. A year after I became a Christian, I was again told by another manager that I could leave the club. And that really hurt because it brought all the emotions back from when I was 20 years old. You know, what's going to happen next? Am I going to play for another club? Do we have to move? Is this my last wage? What if I don't stay in football? What am I going to do with my life now? And the club chaplain just said to me, Lynn, don't worry about it. You know, God's got a plan for your life. And he said, look, if the manager doesn't want you here, then God will, has somewhere else for you to go. And I thought, well, he's hedging his bets a bit. He's saying, well, if you believe God can keep you here, that's fine. If he's going to take you somewhere else, that's fine. And I thought, that doesn't make sense. And then he just gave me this verse that said, whatever you're doing, word or deed, do it for God. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he just said to me, Lynn, play for God. He said, play for an audience of one. He said, you've always played wanting to know what people think or try and impress everybody. So just play for God. He's giving you a gift, play for him. And even though I didn't quite understand it, I started to dedicate my training sessions to God. So before training, I'd pray and just say, Lord, I'm training for you. And then the manager said, Lynn, we don't want you to go. Your attitude's been great. We're going to keep you at the club now. And I just said, well, I'm playing for God, That's what I said to myself. Oh, this is all for God. This isn't for you. And then a couple of weeks later, I'm in the team. And I remember walking onto the pitch thinking, God, this is for you. And the pressure that fell off of me at that point, I played with peace. And people were saying to me, Lynn, you're a different person. You're just, what is it? And I say, well, I play for God now. And they was writing, oh, Linvoy calls the manager God. And I was like, no, I play for Jesus, It's Jesus. Jesus has given me this gift. God's given me this gift. Jesus has given me the opportunity to play for him. And that's what I'm going to do. So that really changed my outlook. And then when I started to understand who I was in Christ, I just went out there and I had no fear. I wasn't concerned about the results, still wanted to win, still wanted to play as tough and as physical as I was, but it was all for Jesus. And it just changed me. And that's when I always say that those years of being a Christian and playing for God were the best years of my football career.